Hi guys, and welcome to part 3 of my YouTube series where I'm creating a song on Logic Pro. Already I've showed you the guitar riffs that I've been doing and then the bass, and in this one here I'm going over what I've done in regards to the drums. So listening to the guitar and the bass and got my drum beat, and then I realised after a while as I was making the drum beat, the guitar and the bass was going out of time with the drums. So knowing that the drums are going to be in time regardless, and it's more me being sloppy when I'm doing the tempo and recording. I finished the drums and then I went back and I re-recorded the guitar and the bass, and I've played around with them a little bit more. I've got compressors, I've got amps on them as well, and I've also got a little bit of reverb for some of them, so they kind of like all mix in a little bit more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play you the riff now. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to play you with all the guitar and the bass. So what I found when I first started recording was I was trying to be too complicated, and I have literally no knowledge in drumming in the slightest. So I've been kind of like going from when I hear the guitar play, oh maybe I'll just incorporate that into the drums. So for example, when I was doing the bass, I was basically playing the same thing but just in bass form. So I was trying to do that with the drums, but in the end it kind of like got overcomplicated, it didn't sound right, and at some points the drums were going way too fast, and the guitar was kind of like losing the whole rhythm. So I've literally just stuck to a real simple kind of like kick snare. I think there's a few toms in there and a cymbal. Okay, so the next thing I'll show you is the verse. Now, verse 1 and verse 2 are very similar. It's the only difference is in verse 2, I kind of like I put in like a little bit of I go a little bit higher. So I've been usually using the medium and the low toms, but when this riff kind of like comes in, I change it up and I go to high toms, just because I think that the whole song was kind of like going to one point and it all goes high. So, I mean, that's how I look at it. Hopefully, not as dumb as I think. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but when I play it on its own, and like the high toms come in, they sound like a completely different sound to like the rest of it. So I'm a little bit worried that they don't really belong. But in saying that, when I play it along with everything else, it's kind of like muffled anyway, and it kind of like just goes with the song. So you basically heard all of the drums, and so you know all it is verse and riff. But near the end of the song, I decided to put like a mini little chorus in there, and I'm still kind of like working out the outro. I want to get the chorus done, and I really like what I've done with the drums for the chorus. I knew exactly what I was after, just kind of like really high pace, just kind of like, you know, rolling kind of like the toms kind of thing. So there's like a lot of snare, a lot of kick. But what I have done is I recorded the guitar and the bass before I did it, and now when you play it all together, the drums sound good, but the guitar kind of sounds really like behind, and it's a lot like slower strumming and like the tempo. So what I'm going to do now is I'll show you what I mean, and then I'm going to kind of like, in this video I'm going to go back, re-record the guitar and the bass to something that I think is a little bit more kind of catches up with the drums a little bit. So I'll just play you what it sounds like at the moment. I'll show you quickly what the outro kind of sounds like, because I quite like what I've done with the guitar and the bass. And now the drums, I want it to kind of start off quite like breakdowny, you know, where it's like there's not a lot of drums going in or going on, but then the more it goes on, suddenly there's like a little bit of like double bass, you know, double kick kind of that stuff. So yeah, I'll quickly show you that. Do any more drums today. I don't think I need kind of like a break from it and just to kind of like come back to it with like a fresh set of eyes and ears. But I'll be 2 secs and I'll go get my guitar. What I always do when I'm recording is I always change it back. So even though I like double track, I always do it back in the middle so it sounds like it's coming from everywhere instead of just one ear getting like the full volume of it. So now that that's all recorded, I'm now going to play you what it sounds like now. Cool, so that's today's video over and done with. As I said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the outro drums on my own because I don't know how long that's going to take to do, and then I'm going to just mess around with this a little bit more because I think I need to kind of sort out this little area where I've joined the chorus and the riff together. So next video, hopefully I'm going to be doing a little bit more harmonies as what I've showed in the previous video. I just really wanted to get the drums done and I wanted to show what I've been doing the last few days. There's going to have to be some sort of mixing involved in the end, but I've been kind of like trying to do that as I go. And as I said, my experience with mixing is literally nothing. So we'll see what happens. What I might do is at the beginning of the song, I might kind of like just have the bass and then the guitar kind of slowly come into it. Do little things like that. But yeah, that's all for now, guys. So thank you very much for watching part 3, and I'll see you in the next video.